Let's get fired up, man. In-game live here on a Thursday night. It is no joke. The final week of the preseason in the National Football League. Now, we're still far, far away, it feels like, from our actual first NFL action. We've got one game off and running. That is Pittsburgh and Buffalo. Our start time probably skipped, Gabe and I letting one another know that we were on opposing sides of this game. That feels like a safe assumption. Kevin Walsh and Gabriel Morency here. We're going to be locked in for Browns, Pats, Raiders, Niners, and of course, we will pop over to the much anticipated FCS college football slate. Gabe, how are you, man?
I'm ready to rock. College football is back. NFL preseason winding down. Unfortunately, there's not a CFL game tonight, but I think we have enough on our plate. And yeah, there's NFL preseason games, and I got a couple of angles here, guys, but I'll be honest with you, Kevin. College football is back, and I'm sweating out Maine and Townsend right now. The Maine Black Bears looking a lot better than I thought they were going to. We've got money on Eastern Illinois and Murray State right now. Big game going on. West Florida make their Division I debut tonight. And I tell you what, they were getting 20.5 against the Saluki, Southern Illinois. And West Florida are showing up so far, Kevin. They're winning by 7 as 20-point underdogs. So we're off and running, and we'll throw it out there right now. Give me the Long Island University Sharks to get it done and eat that point spread tonight, Kevin. Getting 27.5 tonight against North Dakota. If you look at this LIU football team, they went into Mount Pleasant last year and Kitsilane, what is it? Kitsilipsy, whatever, and all these places. My cousin played for Eastern Michigan too. I've been there. But Long Island beat Eastern Michigan last year, right? They got smoked by the Florida Gators, but they beat a MAC team. They do have talent, and they're getting 27.5 tonight. Their biggest loss last year, Kevin, was by 21. They lost to Rhode Island, at Rhode Island, but it was after a gauntlet. They went to Florida, they went to Eastern Michigan, they played Sacred Heart. Then they lost by 21 to Rhode Island, but we're getting 27.5 tonight. I'm going to roll the dice that the Sharks can cover the number. Give me the Patriots on the money line. Give me the under in this football game, and give me the Raiders on the money line, Kevin. So we're locked and loaded. Football is back.
Yeah, football. So I decided, and I was like, how do I want to do this? Like, the totals were a little interesting to me. I played 3 dogs here on the NFL card. Started it off with Pittsburgh. Nothing more dangerous than a double-digit lead in a preseason game. And then I took a chance on both Cleveland and the Los Angeles Rams later tonight. Now,
bold.
I thought, here's the thing too, Gabe, right? I usually would rather grab the points, but sometimes you get a little late, right? Like, there were 3.5s out there earlier today with Pittsburgh, and that almost set the tone where I said, you know what? I'd love to go 2-1. If I go 1-2, all at plus money, I can handle that kind of with the way the card lines up here. What I like about Cleveland in this spot, one, they're home. I do think that helps. The other thing is, though, the quarterback reps that they're throwing out there still do really matter. Like, Dylan Gabriel is one of the worst draft picks in the last, 10 years. Like, nobody really cares, but him going in front of Sanders never made any sense. It kind of ruined his NFL career. I almost feel bad for him. This is a chance to latch on, except Taylor Green's probably going to beat him out, and they're going to see what they can get probably on tape for Gabriel, trade him, and then Taylor Green will come in with a little bit of juice here. And the one thing I think you and I agree on, and maybe DeVito will put this out of reach, I don't like Baron Morton. Not a Morton guy, so I'm going to take a shot with Cleveland here, Gabe, at a plus price.
Cleveland's lack of depth has been a problem. They're a little top heavy. They got
the defense has been getting smoked in the preseason.
That's the problem. And in the second half, they don't score. Right? Like, they've been lit up so far. Do they show more urgency? I'll somewhat disagree with the quarterback situation. I do agree that, it's ridiculous. Dude, the Cleveland Browns, Kevin, took 2 quarterbacks and 2 running backs, 4 of their 5 first draft picks in that draft.
Yeah.
They thought it was a fantasy football draft. Like, you know what I mean? Like, literally, they're like, all right, I need 2 running backs. I need a couple of, it's like, guys, why would you take Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders? Like, why would you do that? Why would you take 2 running backs, in the second round, and then in the, again, after, in the fourth or whatever it was, listen, they're all over the place. Do I love these games tonight? No, I got to be honest. My focus is on the college football. tonight just because it's sort of real, right? And my emotions are sort of getting mad at myself for betting on some of these bad teams so far this early in the season. Like I'm already mad at myself, but I'll roll with the Patriots here tonight. The 49ers, listen, like we talked about, the 49ers are getting car accidents. They're getting arrested. They just want this damn preseason to end. The Raiders have always been a pretty good preseason team. Like, the Raiders don't win regular season games. Like, I used to go to Raider games. They'd always win the preseason and they suck in the regular season. Like, it's what they do. It's kind of a rivalry still, with the Niners and the Raiders. You talk about, who's going to be on the field. Aiden O'Connell is a good guy that you want on the field in a situation.
Yeah. Led the big comeback last week.
Yeah, like Curtis Rourke is hurt, right? So you basically got AJ Martinez, right? So, like,
and Kirk Cousins is taking the field, right? Which is great for your bet.
Yeah.
Like,
there was a lot of Raiders. And your boy Mendoza, right?
Situation.
And your boy.
Yes, that's a very kind thing here. My boy, the first overall pick, Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, Fernando Mendoza. Happy to have him. And your boy Josh Hoover. When you're diving into the high school ranks, I don't know if I love your position in the argument.
No, it's not so much. Well, high school ranks is 2 years ago for him. All right. I think I got you there, right?
I like that one. That's good.
I'm not tipping back here, Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's all we got on the kid. Right.
I'm not tipping. It's not like he's 30. I'm saying, but when he was 14, he was a big stud. No,
his Pee-wee tape was fantastic.
Yeah, like, hey, man, you should have seen him. You should have seen him in Pop Warner, man. They said he was going to be a star. Yeah. But no, you're right about, like I said, like Cade Klubnik won the Texas State High School Championship.
Yeah.
Was he a great college quarterback? Well, it didn't really work out, but he might end up being a pretty good starting quarterback in the NFL. He's going to get a chance to be a starting quarterback in the NFL, right? So I'm just sort of talking about players' pedigree, Kevin. Me personally, doesn't mean you win. And like I said, if recruiting star names next to the name matter, Kevin, then Mississippi and Auburn would win every year, right? Like, how many times you've seen, oh, my God, Auburn got the 6th best class in the country. It's like they're not even the 6th best team in their conference. Like, so who cares if they have, like... And also, too, a lot of times when you get all these 5-star recruits or 4-star recruits, they're harder to coach. They are. It's a different, right? Like, you don't get everyone to buy in the same team concept. So we can get into all that. But, yeah, I got to back out of this somehow because I actually like Mendoza. I've met Mendoza. I think he's a nice kid. And somehow I find myself on, like, the other side of every argument against Mendoza with everybody. And now, like, today, I got people coming at me today online about it. It's like, it's not really a hill I want to die on and argue about all day with people.
Yeah. And you're not some Indiana guy, right? Like, you're not betting this to win the title. Like, you're not betting them to win the Big Ten. Like,
well, that's why he asked me, well, bet on him then. I'm like, I want him to go in 12. I don't want him to be good. I'm just saying, when your take is, he's going to have a better season than Mendoza. All right, well.
It's hard to...
I know, and I've got
on the table,
and I'm going to crow about it. I'm going to crow about it when it happens. But hey, Mendoza was 55. Forget about high school recruits. 55-1. Mendoza was to win the Heisman last year. Hoover's 14-1 right now.
That's a good argument to not bet Hoover.
Yeah, no, but he's like the fourth choice. So it's not like I'm on some like planet on my own here saying that Josh Hoover's going to have a big year, Kevin.
No, again, like you're weirdly finding yourself, though, just in the anti-Mendoza camp. If you said, guys, the drop-off won't be as bad, Hoover's a good player, we wouldn't be talking about this for the 5th straight day. But you keep saying he's going to have a better season.
Well, I lit up a firestorm by saying Curtis Rourke. I brought him into the
In-game live, we're following it all tonight. That includes, and I should have, bad job out of me, the Valkyries and the Liberty. I took a small -2.5 on the Liberty here. I just thought it was a tough spot for Golden State. Like, they're playing great ball. Like, this isn't my usual, like, no, they can't be good teams. I just think it's a lot to ask. A little East Coast road trip here. So I laid 2.5 with New York. But you could honestly argue, maybe not a great number, right? Like, maybe it should have been, I don't know, pick them. I should have maybe got a -120 on the money line. I did take a little shot here, though, despite all of that, Gabe, on the Liberty early here against Golden State.
I think the only thing we agree on so far tonight is the Rams. I agree with your Rams plus the points. But, I was going to say, like, you're right. You look at the, the Valkyries and, the trip they've been on, they're coming up the big win and stuff. Yeah, one thing that's interesting about the WNBA guys with the no East-West stuff. So it's not like, wow, this game doesn't really matter. It does matter. It kind of does. And I personally think, here's another hot take, I think Golden State are better than New York are. I think they're better. They're different.
There's evidence that points your way, certainly.
One thing I will say, though, Kevin, you can acknowledge it, and you're in New York, is that the Liberty have been playing better recently.
Yes.
Like, I kind of gave up on them, right? Like, they're 7-3 in their last 10. They've shown life. They're scoring like 94 points a game suddenly. Like, they're suddenly scoring a lot of points. So that's my only fear here. But if the Liberty and Valkyrie played in the opening round in a 5-game series, Kevin, like, I think the Valkyries give them all they have. They're not going to play in the first round, but if they did.
To your point, if they did, because Golden State would have home court, I think the Valkyries would be favorites in the series. Like
-135 or something like that.
I sound like you do this sometimes where I'm like, I'm on the Liberty. Here's all the reasons that's a bad idea. And I think Golden State's in the side.
No, you do sound like me because you're always like, Golden State don't beat real good teams. They're not really right there yet. Now you're like, well, you know what? They would be favored all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this Golden State team's gutty.
The series.
They're off to prove a point. Give me the Liberty. It's like, what? What are you talking about?
All right, so Dylan Gabriel gets the start here. Just for the record, we're all over the place, but we'll keep people up to date.
Yeah,
Cleveland Browns. Moving to football right now. 94th overall. Can you believe that, Kevin? Just saying that out loud. The Dylan Gabriel. Not only did he get drafted, like along with you took him in a top 100 picks? Do you think other teams were lining up to take this kid then? Like you took him with the 93rd pick in the NFL draft? That's insanity. 94th pick, whatever.
Here was one of the things I was trying to explain to people when that all happened. Like, Shedeur falling was one thing. But the team that stopped the fall is the team that reached on Gabriel. They might have been the only team that had Gabriel higher than Sanders on their board, except there's a lot of evidence that tells me that wasn't even the case. Like, it does seem like someone picked Gabriel to stop them from picking Sanders, and then Sanders kept falling.
Touchdown Cleveland.
Like that. Dylan Gabriel out to prove
Dylan Gabriel marches down the field.
That's top 100 Dylan Gabriel.
There it is. Deshaun Watson.
Raiders put up a field goal, by the way. Raiders put up a field goal.
And the Raiders off and running. So, and I should note, man, all these FCS, not every one of them, but I've been playing from behind, Kevin. Like I take a team and they're losing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like one of those.
Yeah.
So, North Dakota put an early touchdown up. I just clicked plus 31.5 because I didn't get it in on time at 27.5. So I'm not going to back out.
So
I'm going to take
even better. Even better.
But how about West Florida, though? West Florida, Kevin. So West Florida won the Division II National Championship a couple of years ago. And now everybody's D1, right? Everybody wants a piece of this stuff. So they've become D1. They're FCS, but they literally were D2. So they moved into the new. Mm-hmm. And you guys know the Salukis are a real team. They've gone deep, like in the playoffs in the past. They have a really, really good offense. They were like 19.5. Like the odds makers are challenged too, guys. Like I'm not going to be right with every one of these. I'm hoping to be right more than I'm wrong. But they made Southern Illinois 20.5 point road favorites, Kevin. It's 20-6 right now.
Wow.
For West Florida. The 20-point underdog is winning by 14 outright right now in their first ever D1 game.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And I assume at this level you get more upsets like this, right? Especially a brand new team. They're trying to figure out how to book them. Like the numbers are going to be, you talk about this a lot where a lot of people see slates like this and they go, I have no edge. I don't know the teams. And you go, yeah, the same is true for the books. So let's see if we can find it. any little crack could be kind of, worth a mile here in a spot like this. So,
sorry, Kevin.
Uh-oh.
I sort of jump in here, but trust me, you know what? Like, I got more reposts today and reaction than I have in since the World Cup. Like, I had actually people
FCS
asking me, hey, Youngstown secondary Morency struggles. And I'm like, we're going, like, people are into this.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because a lot of people are tailing my Townsend pick. They were down. They just got the lead, guys, 21-15. 21-15, and we got the football. Like, we're in this football game right now. We're back in it. I can tell you what, Maine have looked better than I thought they were. Maine's quarterback is pretty good. Maine's quarterback is he's throwing bullets over the middle of the field. They got some pretty athletic wide receivers. I love some of the names of these teams too, Kevin. It's just great. Like Mercyhurst, the Lakers.
That does throw me off. I actually like it as well. But
the Lakers are going for it on fourth down. It just sounds weird.
That was the one I popped on, and I heard in the corner. They're like, all right, Lakers here trying to get off the field. It's like, what is it? What is this?
Kevin heard LeBron and Luka right away. Yeah. Youngstown State are the Penguins, but West Florida. Don't feel bad if you don't know the name. They're new in D1, but I gotta love the name, especially as a CFL guy. The West Florida Argonauts. Damn right.
It had to be
Let's
Argonauts.
go.
Had to be.
Let's go.
What else could it be? Fantastic.
Yeah, what was it going to be? Like, well, the West Florida Lions. No, that West Florida
you can't take. If you go, they're the Lions, a CFL team through and through. That'd be a good bit.
It would be awesome if a college team did Rough Riders, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
West Florida Rough Riders.
What's the other one? The Red Blacks?
Red Blacks. Yeah, we knew it wasn't that. The Red Blacks. We knew it wasn't going to be that.
By the way, just quickly, it was a good call by you that Rourke's hurt, but in a way, it puts Mac Jones onto the field. Now, they just went 3-and-out San Francisco. It's just something to keep an eye on. Like Mac Jones.
But how long do you want to keep Mac Jones? Yeah, you got to get him some reps. You can't get him hurt, especially a franchise, Kevin, in San Francisco that everybody's hurt all the damn time.
Absolutely.
Everybody's hurt all the time.
All right, guys, update the baseball board after a quick break. In game live on a Thursday night, Kevin Walsh, Gabriel Morency. I did just jump in on an over 35.5, guys, minus 120 for the Raiders-Niners game. Cousins comes back out. I think this could be a touchdown here. They moved the ball really well. They got to a 3rd and short. I just think they didn't want to not score any points. And so they made sure they got 3. I think they can get 7 here. And then seeing Mac Jones was nice. I agree with Gabe. I don't think Mac Jones is going to play forever, but I think Mac Jones will play at least another drive, maybe 2. I think this could be a really high-scoring first half. And then remember, Mendoza's still going to play. O'Connell's still going to play. So give me the over 35.5 in the Raiders-Niners game. And then, Gabe, I know what you're looking to get into here. Kyle Williams is having a monster preseason for the New England Patriots.
Touchdown!
It's another deep touchdown here for New England.
Touchdown, New England. Football is back, baby. We're on top of it all. FCS, NFL, like I said. Tomorrow night we'll have a CFL game in the mix as well. But, there's Tommy Two Chains to Williams for the touchdown. This was kind of one of the reasons why I liked. DeVito's pretty good, Kevin. Like, he's a good backup quarterback. Like, you know what I mean?
Preseason-wise, you'll take that, I think, all day.
But you know what, though? And I don't want to get carried away here when I say he's a good backup quarterback, because I really wouldn't want him, as my second string even. Would you, you know what I mean? All right, Hurts is down. No. Are you comfortable with DeVito taking over?
No. Gosh, no.
So, you know what I'm saying? But for the preseason, he's good enough to be in the NFL. Right? He's a 3rd-string quarterback. He's a guy.
Right.
So, but in a preseason situation like this, I'm intrigued to see what we get from Green a little bit later on. I actually like him. Mm-hmm. He's another, how many quarterbacks they have in his damn room? They do their quarterbacks a disservice, too. Hey, Kevin, how are these young guys going to get better when they can't get any reps?
Yeah, that's the thing, Gabe. They haven't been getting any reps, right? Because they've been focused on the quarterback battle.
You got Deshaun Watson in here, too, taking reps.
You know what I mean? It's really
if
bizarre.
You're the owner, it's dude, give it up, all right? Yeah. You're not getting the $250 million back either way. At some point, you have to say, all right.
Is it like a gambler who can't walk away from the table? They're
no, but the thing is, he guaranteed the contract. Nobody does that in the NFL. He did.
Right.
He did.
But is he like, I can one good year. We make the playoffs.
Yes, he thinks that, you know what? Deshaun goes and gives me 9 wins. We fight for a wild card, and
what's he gonna do? Bring him
validated. Back?
Is he gonna sign him again? I don't understand. Let's say, Gabe, they shock the world, 10-7. Watson's coming back. I don't understand.
It's the Cleveland Browns. They give him a 4-year extension, probably. We made the playoffs. We can't lose them now.
Which, you know what's funny is that's not unfair to say, and yet they did make the playoffs. They smoked the Pittsburgh Steelers of all teams in the playoffs, and they gladly let Baker leave.
Yeah, they nearly beat the Kansas City Chiefs the following week.
If Baker didn't get hurt, they might have.
Dude, they were in the game. They were there. It was Stefanski, though. I don't like Baker.
Mahomes got hurt in that game. Am I confusing the two?
Did they both Mahomes got hurt? Mahomes
definitely got hurt.
I think Baker did get hurt later in the game or something, but I'm with Baker's father, actually. I believe this to be the case. And it's funny because I was super anti-Baker in the early days. Then I became pro-Baker. Now I'm meh Baker. I'm whatever, dude.
You're over it, kind of.
Yeah, you had your comeback story. You got rich. This whole me against the world thing I'm done with. You know what I mean? but
when it mattered if you were in or out on Baker, you had your positions. But and I like Baker, but it doesn't matter, right? If you're in or out on Baker, it's not a leading story, really.
Yeah, exactly. It is. He's not that. But my whole point was, Kevin, at the time, Baker Mayfield's father said that Stefanski is trying to sabotage him. And he doesn't, he calls plays that he knows Baker's going to struggle with. And
that's wild, man.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I used to do the show with Marshall Faulk. There's a Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. Basically said, same thing. He goes, they're setting this kid up to fail. They didn't, Kevin, if you look at some teams.
You remember that's what they said about him and Shador, right?
They'll run the same plays they do in college for some guys. All right, let's help him out. This is what he's good at. Right?
What's crazy, Gabe, is that means that he's been accused of doing that to multiple quarterbacks. Because they did accuse him of doing that to Shador.
You can't.
That's too many to be accused of. What, true or not? That's. And
I'd like to get along
Falcons
the other list of like corpses on the side of the road. There were quarterbacks there and get their thoughts on them behind the scenes.
Oh. Okay, guys, we're back on SportsGrid. I want to just shoot over to the baseball board, all right? And I have the Yankees in a parlay with like a Mizorowski strikeout prop. I didn't do much with it. I got to tell you though, I pulled up something, and I just wanted to get Gabe's thoughts on it. If you say it's nothing, I think that's fine. It might be nothing, but they are currently losing to the Atlanta Braves, and if they do, they will have played 5 series against NL playoff teams: Phillies, Cubs, D-backs, Brewers, and Braves. Now, they were on the road for 4 of these series, but if they lose this game, they would be 4-12 in 16 games in the second half of the season against these teams. Is that something or nothing, in your opinion?
It's obviously something. I think it is something. There has to be a concern about the Dodgers' offense. This has been a problem for them, but at the same point in time, I almost like it in a sense, Kevin, that there's going to be such a bad taste in their mouth after, at some point, this thing is just going to break open.
Right.
Like, do you believe that everybody is going to, like, struggle for the rest of the year? The Dodgers are only going to score 2 runs every game? And at the same point in time, I'm not freaking out. I'm concerned. I'd be lying if I told you. And Dave Roberts, and I talked about Mookie Betts, like, in the real frustration and anger starting to show a little bit now with the offensive frustration. They feel, look, last night, Kevin, it wasn't the offense. Tanner Scott blew another lead again. Right?
Yeah.
Now their bullpen is showing issues, right? So it wasn't like they came back, bro. So there was that. That's the thing with the Dodgers. Like, all right, we're down 5-3. Oh, God, we got to, we hit the 2-run home run. It's 5-5. And then the bullpen gives it back again. Right? There's this sort of give and take. It is getting frustrating. But at the same point in time, I think it'll sort of like get them angry, actually. And eventually this offense will break through. And on the positive side of it, the pitching's been spectacular. Except now Sasaki's on the injured list now, Kevin, with the blister. That was serious enough that, they're going to sit him down for a couple of weeks now. Like, it just doesn't end with the Dodgers. Not panicking in the big picture, but, I mean, I'd be lying if I told you it's not getting frustrating. I mean, they lose. They're losing all these series to teams they're going to play in the playoffs, but maybe it just angers them, right? I put it this way, like, it's sort of like football, Kevin. Like, don't you want to be coming off it's like the gambling spot. It's like, maybe they think, we're not as good, actually, because, they beat us and stuff. Like if let's say the Dodgers are smoking the Braves right now, and they smoked the Phillies, and they smoked everybody. Well, we're going to give them the World Series now then? You know what I mean? Like, I like the sort of, all right, you know what? We're not this team to beat. We've got to, like, wake up. Like, these other teams might be better than us. Let's raise it up a notch here.
So I think it is probably something that Dave Roberts is specifically well equipped to handle, because I think Robert's style of managing actually needs a little bit of controversy. Like, I think he needs, again, he did it like a month ago. I thought it was one of the funniest things. And he's like, we're a wild card team. It's like, Dave, you're up 12 games in the division, brother. You are not a wild card team. But he's like, we're going to play in the wild card round, right? Like,
he's tried calling them out a couple of times now.
Yes,
he has.
He finds things. What I don't like is, I don't want the whole team to feel like Kyle Tucker. I don't want the whole team to feel like they're pressing and getting annoyed. And I think frustrating is the right word. And how could it not be frustrating? They're better than this. They shouldn't be getting swept in Atlanta, 3 out of 4 at home by Milwaukee, swept in Chicago. This should not be happening.
At the same point in time, though, we see this, and I wonder if there was enough urgency in the room about that at times. It's hard, Kevin. Like, how are you going to get through to, like, Freddie Freeman? Like, is he going to panic now? Or Mookie Betts? Like, these guys have won, like, 4 championships and, like, multiple, you know what I mean? Like, Ohtani, like, everybody is so, you can't, if you're it's not the type of team you can come into the clubhouse and start yelling at everybody.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
You know what I mean? Get your head out of your ass, or like.
But I do think they care, right? Like, that's the weird thing. Like, I don't think that Mookie Betts doesn't care. All Mookie Betts knows is winning. Right? Mookie Betts is a winner, man. Right? Like,
I think
Mookie
you're right.
Betts isn't happy losing games.
It's a good comparison, though, that it's almost the Kyle Tucker stuff. Like, almost becomes everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Like it started to spread a bit. And it's been this way all year. It's been whack-a-mole. Like, there's been guys that have been super cold and somebody gets hot and it sort of goes back and forth a bit. But technically, we're still in August. And I don't remember too many ESPN 30 for 30s about the month of August. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know about October. I know about November. Nobody cares about August. Like, nobody, like, put it this way. If the Dodgers and Braves play each other in the playoffs, does what happened in this series change anything in your opinion what's going to happen in the playoff series? The playoff series can go either way. It could go either way anyways.
Here's what I think, and I think you'll agree with this. If they played tomorrow, I would not feel good about the Dodgers because they're flatly not playing good baseball. But we'll see how they're playing when we get to the playoffs. Right?
Yeah.
And this is the other thing.
Which is still 6 weeks away, 5.5 weeks away. It's still a while away.
I'm not going to harp on it, but this is what we talked about at the beginning of the year, and it's the one thing I didn't want, and it happens. But this is the last thing I wanted for the Dodgers season. They're really good. They're not memorable. They're not all-time great. So whenever they lose like this, who cares? Talk to me when the playoff starts. And I'm not saying that that's your entire demeanor, but that's the general, like, Who really cares, man, that the Brewers beat them 3 out of 4? They're going to go to Milwaukee and be favorites in every single game. Because they're going to throw Skubal, and then Yamamoto, and then Ohtani, and then Snell, and then Glasnow. They're going to be like, oh, wait, we didn't throw Glasnow because we swept them.
Like, do you think, like, exactly, guys, like when Ohtani steps on the hill on, October the 14th in a playoff game, do you think he's going to be thinking, I really wish we beat the Braves in August that night? Like, it's gone.
I wish the game was in L.A., right? Like,
yeah, but I'll tell you what, L.A. hasn't been great to them either. Last 2 World Series
records are basically the same this season. To your point,
and but look, in the playoffs, it's been a horror show at Dodger Stadium for them. They won the World Series in New York. They won the World Series in Toronto last year. They didn't win at home.
What, they win 3 games in Toronto last year out of the 7? Is that right?
They don't win at home. The Dodgers, in fact, have not won. Guys, this will blow your mind. The Dodgers haven't won a World Series at home since they moved there in the 60s.
Oh, like the clinching game?
Yeah, run on the field. We won the World Series at Dodger Stadium. Exactly.
Yeah.
Look, they lost to the Yankees in a 77-78. 1981, they beat the Yankees. That was at Dodger Stadium. At Yankee Stadium. They won again in 88. Pandemic. That was in Oakland when they beat the Athletics. The game that they won, it was in Oakland. They didn't win again until after that, until the pandemic. It was in Texas where they played, ironically enough, against the Rays. They played on a neutral field in Texas. Mm-hmm. And they won there. And then the last 2 were not in Los Angeles either. There's something about it. The Dodgers' home record, but if that does, whatever. Because Steve Garvey and Davey Lopes lost in the 70s. It doesn't affect now. But I'm just saying, historically, the Dodgers do not have a good home playoff record. It's not like we never lose here. It's not true at all.
It matters. You know what, in a way, if you're a Dodger fan, especially with you having the information that you just laid out, you're better off with them being on the road. You're going to get a better number. They will be. There's one spot, maybe 2, where they will be a dog. It's at Atlanta against Sale and at Milwaukee against Mizorowski. You're actually going to get a Dodger playoff dog price, believe it or not.
And Atlanta, not bad weather. That's my whole thing. The Dodgers aren't a great bad weather team. As long as they avoid hopefully it's, they avoid a rainy Wrigley, damp and cold and stuff every day. That's not conducive for the Dodgers. You know what I mean? Not just blurry, cold, damp stuff. Not good.
Yeah. Yankees aren't all that good in the cold either, which isn't really a great thing. So,
Well, the Dodger pitchers, they get hurt in the sun, Kevin. You think Glass now, this guy's going to survive in the cold? It's going to be snap, crackle, pop. Rice Krispies.
Another pick. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. All right, back in the mix here on a Thursday night. Kevin Walsh, Gabriel Morency, Dylan Gabriel and the boys just trying to make it happen here. He's gonna have to settle for a field goal. Bad plays from Dylan Gabriel make me laugh. I won't lie to you guys. The field goal will come, and if they make it, it'll be 17-7. Did you play Buffalo, by the way, or did you leave that game alone against Pittsburgh?
I passed on.
You know what? Makes me feel better about my play. I feel like, maybe Gabe knew something here. Not trying to lay points. Last game, who cares?
Yeah,
Steelers
I didn't feel it.
A little more desperate.
The Bills, you and I talked about it, they already got what they wanted out of the preseason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They won the 2 games. They look good. Everybody's happy. They weren't pushing their luck tonight.
Did you play them against Cleveland in week 2?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I got lucky. I bet the over entirely because I thought, well, Cleveland's got a quarterback battle going on. Like, they're going to score a bunch of points. And then the Bills had to do all the heavy lifting. Like, it got there. So I was very appreciative of Buffalo the other day.
Sorry, Kevin. I just want to bring this up, but how about this? So I've been sweating out this Maine and Townsend game.
Yeah.
We were down. Like, you know, we were getting killed. Townsend scores 2 touchdowns in a row. They had the ball on the Maine 16-yard line. We're in a weather delay. First game of the year. Lightning.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
Lightning is struck. Lightning is struck. For the quick update, Youngstown State are up 43-3. So I'm on the wrong side here in Mercyhurst, guys. My apologies. We do have the under 57.5. In-game is 52.5 right now. There is only 6 minutes left. It's pretty much up to Youngstown how they want to finish this game off, but we should be all right. Stony Brook, Kevin, were 6.5-point favorites to Deshaun Jackson's Delaware State team. Deshaun Jackson's the coach of Delaware State. Nice win. Like, they're winning, bro. He's 6.5-point underdog. He's winning 34-20 right now. Lindenwood are up 10-3 on Charleston Southern. West Georgia, Chattanooga, 10-10 right now, early in the third. We're on Eastern Illinois plus 3.5 against Murray State. It's 14-14 at the half. So we're right there right now. And a couple of the other games we were talking about, we're still at the half here, surprisingly enough. How long is this halftime? Oh, no, are we out of it now? So it's 20-9. So it's 20-9 for West Florida. 20-9 for West Florida over Southern Illinois right now. They're getting 20.5 points. And let's check in with Long Island, who got scored on early, and they're getting scored on often. North Dakota up 22-0 right now on LIU Brooklyn. After the first quarter, Kevin, it's 41.5 now to point spread. First quarter.
I don't like that.
Blowout.
Right?
22-0 in the first.
Yeah.
You brought it up earlier too. These FCS teams don't effer out, Kevin? They like to go for 2.
Yeah, they run it up. No. They're
22-0. It's like, we're going for 2. Like, Youngstown State first drive, we're going for 2. Like, you know, it's like, all right.
What do you? Can I get some early thoughts from you, Gabe, on North Dakota State coming up? Kind of the big dogs of this whole, this whole landscape, right? Decided
they finally made the move
in the Mountain West. I'm pretty interested in them. Like, I saw someone say they wouldn't do this if they didn't think they were ready for it, and I thought that was well put.
Their record against FBS teams is pretty damn good over the years, Kevin. Like, honestly, like, if you looked at North Dakota State over the years, and they weren't part of the rankings, right? The AP and all that, so they weren't part of the rankings that we're all talking about all the time. But there's other real rankings out there, like, I talk about, you know what I mean? Like the different computer rankings and stuff. They were generally 35th to 45th all the time. Like,
right.
So, like, they're not, this isn't like a minnow coming in. Like, this is a big step up in class for them. No, like these guys have got into big-time stadiums and beaten teams. Mm-hmm. Now, the consistency is going to be a little bit of a different situation. But I think the gap is not as big. And look at the conference that they're in. I'll tell you what, though, a lot of people like Jacksonville State plus the points in their first game, thinking that, like, it's going to be a problem for North Dakota State. But they are laying 6.5, so it's not like they're getting disrespected or anything. They are favorites in their first game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're down to 6.5. Interesting. Yeah, I know it was 7 the other day. I think that one of the things that kind of stood out to me when I was doing a lot of the breakdowns, Gabe, is a lot of the stuff I like, I don't feel any rush to put in. I don't know if I'm getting cute, but like I'll tell you this right now. I don't know. I'm sure it's a game you're super excited for. I'm probably going to lay the points with UNLV.
Yeah,
I think this could get down to a flat 3. I don't think I'm going to have to lay 4.5 on Saturday night. I don't think so.
that's a huge football game. I saw that the coach of Mullen, the coach of UNLV, I think he's like 10-2 and 12-2, whatever, in season openers. But he's played a lot of patsies in season openers before he was the coach of Florida and Mississippi State. But Memphis have like over 70 new players on their team. They have a new coach. They have like 70 new players. But a lot of their new players are Southern Mississippi players, right? So, or is it Marshall? Excuse me. Marshall at Southern Mississippi, the coach, Huff, coming over. So they have like all these studs. They do have a bunch of studs coming in, athletic guys here and there and this and that and stuff. But UNLV are better than people realize. UNLV's size used to look like a high school football team. They gradually got bigger. I'll give credit to Mullen, Kevin. Like, put it this way, like, Jaden Maeva started off there. Like, the level of athlete that they're, you know what I mean? Like, it was unheard of before. Omar Clayton was, like, their big get, like, many years ago. Like, they didn't get these type of guys. They were undersized. They got quarterbacks from the bad high schools in California, whatever, that couldn't get, anywhere else. They were undersized all the time. Mm-hmm. Not anymore, man. Coach Odom went in there and rebuilt that thing, and Mullen took it over and kept it going. And now you got Jackson Arnold at quarterback. We were talking about the recruiting and star stuff. He was a big-time recruit. It's like it's the first time they've ever had like a 5-star recruit at QB there.
And what's wild is Mullen goes, I don't know what my first play is going to be because I have no idea who's going to be a quarterback. Because your boy Alex Orji, I'm a big Alex Orji fan. They're saying, he's still in it. Might be Alex Orji's job, which I love. I love. shout out Al Michaels, man, who, look, man, Al's been doing it a long time. But I guess Al's like, yeah, preseason game, we can really let loose. We're back with everybody here on SportsGrid. Kevin Walsh, Gabe Morency. Gabe, I don't know if you still have on this Browns and Patriots game, but sleeves rolled up. Man, he's 3 buttons deep
what?
On
no
a top
blazer?
there, man.
Yeah, no blazer.
I love it.
Al's an old school OG, right? Like, it got old after a while, but he was the first one years ago, Kevin, to talk about point spreads on TV. And it was always the subtle thing, right? Nobody did it. Like, we're talking 20 years ago type thing, 25 years ago. That was always his bit. Late field goal, like he'd know what the total was. He'd know what the spread would be. And he'd be like, well, a lot of people are interested in this field goal. Now people just come out. Yeah, the spread was 52.5. They just come right out and say, oh, yeah, his field goal's for the over. Like, dude, last night during the tempo game at halftime, like Tamika Nurse, she's like, gives a parlay. And then she goes, I'm going to make a lot of money in the second half of this game. And she starts laughing. I'm like, what a world we're in. Like, the analyst for the Toronto Tempo's giving parlays.
That's funny, man.
I think she's playing them for real. She's pretty good, too. She has good takes. Like, she was smart about, like, playing time and stuff. But, shout out to Al Michaels. A lot of people are sort of said, yeah, he's not what he once was. But a classic old OG, him and Brent Musburger are sort of the old two gamblers, right? I mean, look, Brent started VSiN and stuff. It's not there anymore. But, like, he created, like, Brent Musburger was the one with the real, like, came over the top after. But I've always respected Al Michaels. And true legend of the sport. He's done everything. He's do baseball, every sport. Like, you think about it. Miracle on Ice, Al Michaels, right? The hockey. He's like one of the most iconic broadcasters in American history.
Shout out Al Michaels, man. Shout out Cleveland up 20-7 here on.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this
England
Cleveland stuff. They're looking really good.
It's the best they've looked. It's not a bit. It's the best they've looked so far the whole preseason.
Yeah, in the most meaningless preseason game.
Without their 2 starters playing. Like, there's 2 quarterbacks that they see as potential starters. It's the best the Browns quarterback has looked. Like, it's nuts.
Normally it'd be a joke, Kevin. It'd be like, yeah, fans are going to call for Dylan Gabriel. It's like, well, they hate Deshaun Watson with a passion. So they don't want him. Right? It's really just Shador there. Like you said, like, what a weird, like, you can't blame Stefanski for everything. Like, he's not there now, but, like, they're just, like, literally one of the, arguably the poorest run organization in sport.
You know what's crazy?
I got the Sacramento Kings up there. I got Sacramento, right at the top, Kevin.
Yeah,
think the four major pro sports.
Here.
They crushed. So did the Jets. The Jets crush the draft all the time. Like, how'd that work out? Oh, we got Sauce Gardner. We got Garrett Wilson. We got Breece Hall. Even me as a Bill fan, I'm like, dear God, these guys could be good. No. No.
I hear you. But I guess that is what it makes it bizarre, right? Is the draft class that the Browns, like, did great work, right? The kid Schwessinger, like his second, third round pick, wins defensive rookie of the year. Judkins is good. People like Samson. People like whatever. Mason Graham is still going to, be a guy. People think they did a great job with the Travis Hunter trade. It's just like I just don't get it, man. I don't know. Shout out to Cleveland Browns,
dude.
I'll put them in the playoffs, man. I can't wait. I don't care. No one's going to stop.
They had Jarvis Landry, Njoku, Odell Beckham. Like, they've had talent over the years. They
shouldn't have given up.
The best they ever were was when I was sort of a teenager type thing, right? And they were terrorized by John Elway twice and the Browns twice. The Browns were terrorized by the Broncos twice.
The drive.
And of course then there was the big mistake by the lake, Kevin. All they had to do was they could have beaten the Raiders in the playoffs. I think it was 1981 or 79, 80. Brian Sipe was the quarterback. All they had to do was kick a field goal. They threw the ball and it got intercepted in the end zone. It's called the mistake by the lake. And of course, there's the quote, like there's the...
What lake is that now? Was it... Did the lake get changed or something? I thought I was...
No, that one hasn't been changed yet. I think it's still Lake Erie, but I don't know. I expect it to be called Lake Ivanka by tomorrow, I think.
That one's on me. Me. I brought it up. That one's on me. That one's on me. I couldn't help
it's
myself.
Lake Erie. It's Lake Erie for the record.
I need
And then it's your Ernest Biner, the fumble.
Oh, well, the
right?
Bills are
Fumbled on
ripping
the goal
off
line.
touchdowns. This team won't go away.
They're never going to lose in the stadium. It's a new stadium.
Oh, no, I don't like this. Kevin Walsh, Gabriel Morency, Thursday night on SportsGrid. Tomorrow we are live, 7 to 10, NFL preseason. Tons of NFL preseason. I am sure we'll do a little bit of week 0 talk. Of course, I'm sure Gabe will be in the FCS streets as well. We'll get a full Major League Baseball board.
Touchdown Mercyhurst,
nice
for the record.
See. There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted the FCS.
It's too little, too late. It's very front. No, I'm getting you the Lakers. I'm getting 30 and a half for the Lakers, and they're about to lose by 33.
Oh.
So close. Damn. But we got under 57 and a half. It's 43-10. But I don't know.
Look at this stat line from Bo Brungard on Youngstown State, Gabe.
Yeah, who, the quarterback?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, what did he run for? I'm not even looking. Off the top of my head, what, 240 or something? Like, dude, every damn play rolled out and ran down the field like a video game.
He has combined for 351 yards and 5 touchdowns in this
Give
game.
him the Heisman.
This kid's the best player in the world.
Give him the Heisman.
I agree.
Oh, God, Mississippi Valley State, they're so bad. Like, they're losing 37-0. Like, and I didn't take them, but they're that bad. Like, they get murdered by everybody, and Nickel State is just killing them.
What is it? Like their gimmick game? Like, all sports must be terrible? Like, what's the deal there? Like, how do they still have athletic programs? Like, they're the worst basketball team every year. Everybody knows it.
I got to tell you, too, there's got to be, like, a special. Like, if Pablo, like, forget about, like, the Clippers and stuff, Kevin. Nobody takes more paycheck games than these guys do either. Where's the money go? No, think about it. In college basketball, I'm dead serious, Kevin. You said college basketball. Look at their schedule. It's like 20 games. Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, Michigan State, the Louisville. Guys, you're getting like
It's
$800K a game. You have no players, and you're not good at anything. Kevin, they're running like a Ponzi scheme. They're rolling out a team and charging these teams to kill us, and we're making like $500,000 a day. It's unbelievable.
It
really is.
Point.
Think about
a great point.
Okay, no, I'm dead serious. I know it's football. I'm going to pop up their college basketball schedule. Let me pop up their college basketball. Even for the upcoming this year. Let's see. Mississippi Valley State.
They've already got Oklahoma, Mississippi State, and Baylor booked. They've already got them booked. It's remarkable, man.
Basketball schedule. Yeah, I'm telling you, Kevin, I've always been fascinated by them. I'm like, you guys get you play like 25 paycheck games. Like you only play paycheck games. Like you literally this is not a paycheck game for them, but like they.
And they just get it's not like it's like they play a lot of games against UConns and it makes it look bad.
Yeah, no, you're right. So I'm saying you're right. They don't have their full schedule posted because they haven't filled it out yet, Kevin. They're for sale. Yeah. And you're right. Look, and teams line up to beat them. Look, he said Oklahoma, Mississippi State, and Baylor. Dude, that should fund your damn program for the rest of the year. Like they're literally not $800K for like a basketball. You're getting $200K, $150K to go to Oklahoma and lose by 50. Where's the money go, Kevin? It's not to recruits. You know what I mean?
No,
it really is a great scam they have going. I caught on to this a couple of years ago. I was like, man, whoever's running this school is just like they're driving around in Bentleys, Kevin, while their teams lose by 60 every day. It's gold.
Gabe, last year, their final game of the season was a round 1 game in the SWAC tournament. They were getting 13.5. They lost by 25 points and finished the season 3-30. Come on,
name somebody.
man.
Look at early in the season who they played in college basketball. It was a who's who.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little down, but they played A&M, lost by 1 million. Kansas State, Florida State, West Virginia, Oklahoma. They had a couple early ones with UAB, Murray State, Hawaii. Heck, they played Manhattan just to lose by 7. They played the Jaspers.
They'll play anybody. Jaspers probably gave them $20K or something to come. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you.
They played 14 games out of conference.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, let's load them up. Load them up.
And the one thing is, I guess that's the sales point to play on Mississippi State or Mississippi Valley is that, you know what? Yeah, we go to Oklahoma, we go to Baylor, we're going to play against some big-time teams.
Yeah, no, Gabe, the year before, Iowa State, Missouri, Texas, Kansas State, BYU, Utah, LSU, Liberty. Come on, man.
Toughest non-conference schedule in the country by far. I'm telling you. Like they don't play around. But as I stated, you get paid for those games. Like, that's why they're doing it. But the money just seems to, vanish in the air. Jerry Rice played here. It's a lot. It's Jerry Rice. They didn't used to be like this. The Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils.
Jerry Rice could play for them now. Basketball. I think Jerry Rice
right,
get out there and give them.
They should be ashamed.
Oh, man.
They really should be ashamed. Yeah, it is. It is funny. It is. You can't help but get a laugh. I told you the paycheck. All right,
no, it's
Eastern
crazy.
Illinois, baby. Cole LaCrew. At quarterback. Eastern Illinois up 21-14 on Murray State right now. So it's not all bad. We're still in this delay though right now outside of Baltimore and Maryland with the main game. And not going well for LIU Brooklyn. We're on the wrong side of this one. 29-0 now, Kevin. 10 minutes left in the second. Dude, how high is this going to go? How about
I do like the way you put it. We're on
59.5. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, total's 59.5.
I thought that was the in-game spread.
Yeah, no, it's 59.5 in total, but there's 10 minutes left, and we're already at 29 points. Question is, can LIU Brooklyn score?
Not so
Georgetown
sure.
are up 13-7 on Lafayette. Austin P, we're laying 14.5 to Gardner Webb. I stayed away from that one, but they're up by 11 at early in the third right now.
Okay.
The West
All right,
Florida game is a little frustrating with me. Just, oh, no, there we go. I was just going to say, I need some more points, but boom. Wow. Argos. The West Florida Argonauts in their first ever Division I contest now lead 27-9, Kevin, as 20.5-point underdogs.
It's impressive. Is that? Now, hold on a minute. This game has a combined 105 passing yards in it?
Which one?
West Florida, Southern Illinois?
Yeah, the West Florida quarterback, he runs a lot.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. What's going on here? Man, oh man, this is some box score here, man. They got 9 pass attempts.
I'll put it this way, Kevin. You might be better off not watching some of these games. Like, once you know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to take you up on that.
It's a step up from high school.
Yeah.
Like when I was watching Mercyhurst's offense trying to operate late in the game, I was like, what have I done? What have I done?
Yeah.
And now you see LIU, Brooklyn just getting murdered. But we like the under 57.5 there, too. So we got the split there. Like I said, we're just going to try to, grind this thing out here. But I like to see more points come here in the second half of West Florida and Southern Illinois. And then we got a bunch of more of these games tomorrow. They sort of get a little better as we go on. The Montanas of the world step up and stuff, the bigger type of teams. But I guess tomorrow night, we can hit a little bit tonight. But I'm looking forward to Saturday's card, Kevin. I don't know if the games are starting to jump off the page at you right now. At least, we've got, real D1 teams playing on Saturday. It's not a full slate, but and you and I, guys, if you guys tuned into the show yesterday, me and Kevin talked about this. Said, wow, TCU went from, 6.5, 7.5 up to 8.5 yesterday. I threw it out there. I thought maybe 11.5. You said you saw 9.5s. I see 9.5 now too. Are 10.5s popping up and 10s yet? Because this thing just keeps going up and up. Nobody wants to bet the Heels.
It's only Thursday. I mean, when we get to Saturday, I think that's kind of one of the things for me. Like, there's a lot of spots where I'm not in a hurry, right? The only thing, and we'll talk about, there's one game I might have to bet like tonight. We'll talk about it after. Back on SportsGrid. So we're diving into some of the week 0 spots here. And one that I might be a little late to is an under in this UVA NC State game. I think UVA is going to run the ball a ton. I know there's some Bo Prabula excitement, but I think it's more about the offensive line. And I like Bailey. I think Bailey's good, but I don't know if Bailey's, going to go hang 30 on the road, for example. But as I was kind of talking with Gabe, look, we're going to bet these games, right? But I don't love missing out on the best of the number in a week 0 game by a field goal, right? It becomes a little tougher to pull that trigger, Gabe. So that's one of these numbers that I agree with the move, but I didn't place the bet yet, so I may pivot and get cute and try and find another way to get action in on the game.
I have my reservations as well. If you look at Virginia's offense, Kevin, last year, it was pretty prolific. And Bo Prabula, of course, was at Penn State. He transferred. He went to Missouri. And now here he is at Virginia. He got hurt last year with Missouri. I followed Missouri very closely last year, obviously, because I bet their season win total. I put a lot on it. So I was really invested in them. And I'm not sure how good he is, to be honest with you. I think he's okay, but I don't think he's not. There's a reason why he's not staying anywhere. Why don't you stay anywhere? Because, it's almost like I'm going to lose my job. So I'm going to move on again here and Morris was damn good, bro. That was a good offense. Prabula, Prabula's good, though. He can run the ball, Kevin. He's good with the option type stuff. He can throw it a bit. He's not a great thrower, though. His accuracy is kind of off. Now, he got hurt so early in the year last year, so maybe his development has gotten a lot better. So I sort of get where you're going with this. This isn't last year was, what was it, 30-24? It's off the top of my head. They got to the 50s last year, and they were more prolific last year. I could see Virginia running the ball more, as you stated. So, thing is, 51.5, that's below what the college football average score is. Always scary to bet that.
The other game, though, that I'm actually really excited to bet, and it might actually be my favorite option on the board, is Florida State, New Mexico State. And you would ask me the other day, you really dying to lay 31 points with the Seminoles? No, I'm not. But I think they can cover this total on their own. New Mexico State are a zombie, in my opinion, walking into this game with what FSU are out to prove. If you look last year, Gabe, in their games against the bye games, right? They 73-0, 66-10. Norvell needs to win every one of these games by as many points as possible. But I don't feel like I need to leave New Mexico State out of the equation on this total. I think that they can bring a little bit to the table as well. Their quarterback, Trey Hendon, was at Furman last year. He had a game actually against Clemson, so he's kind of seen this competition before. I think this is a game. Again, I lean towards FSU laying 30.5, but I don't really want to be cute. I just think this is a game where we look up and the final score is 65-14 type of deal.
I'm not in love with laying the points, but I'm not going to run to the window because all of the points you just brought up are extremely bang on and valid in the sense that Norvell is going to get the blood when he can, right? He's going to throw. He's going to throw the boosters some red meat, which is covering point spreads. Just call it off what it is. That's what they want. You cover the point spread because he also knows there's going to be some turmoil around the road coming down the road again, right? So you want to get a couple of, some happy feelings going. To me, though, is it one of these, 55-0 type of games? Right? I don't know. I don't think FSU were that good. So I sort of see it right around the spread, Kevin. You know what I mean? 38-7, 38-14, 45-14 type of deal. Don't love this game so much, but I still lean with the underdog more so than the favorite in this game personally.
Yeah, I hear it. It's kind of telling that I'm saying to you, I think Florida State score 50, and yet I'm more interested in just playing the over than Florida State themselves. There's a level of trust that they have not earned with me, but I'm not dying to take the points with New Mexico State.
speaking of Florida State, even though whether Boston College, Florida State, etc., but Castellanos, the quarterback, kind of forgot about him. But he got another year of eligibility, guys, and he kind of flew under the radar here. He just popped up. Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Tech, except he's going to play wide receiver for Texas Tech.
That's
which
weird.
is pretty whatever. He's a good athlete. He can run the ball. So I almost like it, Kevin, in the sense, though, that I like it from his perspective. And he's like, yeah, I want to be part of Texas Tech. And, yeah, whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do. Need to be a backup quarterback, I'm your backup quarterback.
Yeah.
You want to play wide receiver, I'll play wide receiver. And I love that Texas Tech is like, you know what? Any damn good athlete we can get, let's put him on the damn team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, if, he can help us, and he's a playmaker, and not to mention, we'll put him a wide receiver, and he could play quarterback for us if we're ever really screwed.
So
and
we're
in a pinch.
I agree. I totally agree with, man, what a good sport, right? Like, this kid's like, man, I want to be part of a winning environment. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll come play wide receiver. I don't care. But Will Hammond's off a torn ACL, and the backups at Texas Tech.
That it's scary that he ends up being the quarterback there. Yeah.
No, Gabe. See, that's my thing. I was like, oh, this is a good backup plan. Not if he doesn't know the playbook, because he's been.
Oh, I like what you're saying, though, but
receiver.
From his perspective, that, yeah, not only does he look good, but behind the scenes, him and his people said Hammond might not be great, could get hurt, and they don't have anybody else.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden they go, hey, Castellanos, are you ready? And he's over there running slant routes. Like, no, dude. Like, go throw the ball, man.
I don't think he'll be the QB. I think they would even go to. It is. Like I said, it didn't get a lot of talk. You know what I mean? It just sort of flew under the radar. I was like, oh, by the way, yeah, Castellanos popped up. Castellanos popped up here at Texas Tech. I wanted to see last year New Mexico State opening up the season, and they did get lit up a couple of times on the road.
We'll be right back, guys. Quick break. We'll update the NFL as well. All right, guys, back on SportsGrid. I want to update the NFL board quickly. I'm actually really annoyed now with this Raiders-Niners game. The Niners just kicked their second field goal inside the 8-yard line of the Las Vegas Raiders. Good. I know it's preseason, but I know it's good for you. I jumped on the over live. Well, the Raiders have kicked a bunch of, field goals themselves. Mendoza's moving the ball here, so maybe they can steal some points before the break, but it's just incredibly frustrating for a game that's had 4 different scoring opportunities. I thought we could get a little bit more, and I don't know what the Raiders are doing here, man. Oh, boys. That's going to be a 5th field goal coming before half.
It's going to be a long year. It's going to be a long year for the Raiders. I'm going to a Raider game this year. Buffalo Bills at the Raiders on October the 18th, I believe it is, Sunday the 18th. Part of the we'll have one more. That's the U.S. leg of the party, Kevin. Vegas, baby. Perfect weekend with the Bills there. We'll have a lot of fans, and plus Bills fans. It's going to be off the hook. But game of the night tonight, talking about Deshaun Jackson being the coach of Delaware State. 34-34 right now, guys, with Stony Brook. In-game total, 74.5. And there's still 6 minutes left, but it is minus 200. Well, we're at 68 right now. And overtime could be in play here as well, just for the in-game bettors here.
Yeah. All right. So
anybody got a Maine Townsend weather update for us? What the hell's going on here? How long can this delay be?
For you in the break. I'll find something for you in the break.
No, I saw people in our chat saying the weather's clearing up. They're checking the radars and stuff, Kevin. Don't worry. The DJs are on top of it.
Good.
Keep me up to date, guys. Keep me up to date. What's the Doppler radar saying here? Yeah, first night of the year, we're sweating out the weather.
21-17. This is an over. Buffalo are backed up on their 1-yard line.
You want an over? How about New England and Cleveland? 57.5 in-game right now.
Ooh. Yeah, that went over in the first half.
Over the first half. They're at 37 points right now with a minute left. And I tell you what, the Patriots are about to score now.
Are they? Yeah.
Well, they're moving the ball. They're drawing first down on the 30.
Browns. Like, Gabe, don't you think the Patriots are at least like an interesting live bet? Like, I know we both like Talon Green.
Yeah, in the second half.
There's no telling that the Talon Green stuff's going to go great. They're not going to play Gabriel in the second half. The first half went too well. That'd be insane.
Touchdown Steelers.
Touchdown Steelers. That might be a turnover then or something. Yeah.
Touchdown Steelers.
Last I saw, at least had the football there. So I don't have eyes on that one.
27-17.
We'll check on that. Okay. Wow. So we got 2 rocket ships and a bang under. Listen, I jumped in.
I don't know. Does the Raider game open up, though? What's this number now? Think like sort of contrarian here. 33.5 is pretty light.
Well,
so who's coming in here?
I'm getting a 31.5 too. Now you're going to make me jump.
Oh, God. Oh, first 31.5, I'm clicking. I'm jumping. The second half of these games always get weird.
Because I'm going to say something.
Look at the Bills right now. Look at the Bills and the Steelers. You just got a free touchdown, right? Boom, from the 1-yard line. Weird stuff happens in these games.
Listen, this is a preseason take only. This doesn't count and cannot be used against me, okay? But when Aiden O'Connell comes in is when the points start to happen for the Las Vegas Raiders. Like, let's call a spade a spade.
Should be the starting quarterback of this team. Should be the starting quarterback. Hey, Josh McDaniels wanted to be the starting quarterback, and he was for a while. And you know what? He didn't suck. He's one of these dudes, though. He wasn't really good enough to say, let's leave him in, but he wasn't terrible. He's kind of gotten a raw deal here. Like, he's better than Mendoza is right now. I'm not saying, I'm not going to start a firestorm here, but like right now, he's a better NFL quarterback than Mendoza is. And what's the point of having Kirk Cousins there? But they figured, what the hell is Mendoza going to learn from Aiden O'Connell? Because Aiden O'Connell is not going to teach him anything because he beat him out for the job. Right? So they're hoping that Kirk Cousins can at least teach him something. I like Tom Brady. Like, we always heard, he's going to be around Tom Brady. Tom Brady spends more time hanging out with the owner of Fanatics and on yachts and stuff than he does with the Raiders. Like, this whole stuff about him helping Mendoza, I don't see it.
I do wonder when the last time they spoke is type of thing, right? I think it's I think there has to be some relationship. I truly would be surprised.
Why shouldn't Brady be there, though? Literally, like, with footwork? Like, I'm talking, like, Yeah, I'm not a coach, and I'm not going to overstep my bounds, but I am the co-owner, and I am Tom Brady, so I am going to overstep my bounds when it comes to our
Like,
first
to be
round
fair,
pick
he actually
quarterback.
should be there during camp because he can't be there during the season because he's on the road.
That's what I'm saying. He's
for the
covering
game.
other teams.
Yeah. Still no word on Romo.
That's what coaches are for. Oh, Romo ain't coming back.
We'll be right back, though.
There's a better chance of him being with us.
Right here on SportsGrid. Field goal up and in for the Patriots, even though I think it was like blocked. But it's up and in, so it's going to be a 14-point Browns lead to halftime. It is a 3-point Raiders lead going into halftime. Just quickly, and I promise I'm not bringing this up as like a gotcha. I actually think it's just like, it's very funny how many good teams the Blue Jays beat in a row in series to just get like rolled by the Royals here.
11-2. And you read my mind, although I thought you were going to go with the Dodgers. 1-0. Getting shut out now. Total was 6.5 tonight. It was almost like, really, oh, God, Yamamoto and Sale, but turned into it. Lived up to the hype, Kevin. That's why I said earlier, it's not like the Dodgers are playing terrible. Like, their pitching has been spectacular. They can't effing hit. They can't hit.
By the way, like, I always find these to be the funniest game. You know, the runs in the first inning? This game had a first inning home run. Like, imagine the guy who bet no runs first inning. He's like, oh, great pitching matchup. It's worth it.
Yeah. Like I told you, I did that in a Japanese game last week. Yeah, I was that loser. I'm sure someone did it. Oh, yeah, you don't have a lot of money in your account or whatever. You're like, you know what? I'll bet the no run in the first inning and then jump in on the under or whatnot. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you get that run and nothing happens again. But think about it, too. Like, if you're Yamamoto and the Dodgers. It's like, guys, like, we gave up one run and we couldn't score.
Yeah.
Like, I got to tell you, if I'm the Dodgers, this is almost like after this game, I'm smashing like Gatorades with bats and stuff like on the way out of this. Like, someone's got to sort of be like, apology to the pitching staff. Like, you're on one of these. Like, listen, like, we're sorry. Like, this has gone too far. And like, I'm almost like, get mad if I was Roberts. I'd say, I don't give an F who it is. Somebody better hit a grand slam tomorrow. Like, just sort of like total like stuff that makes no sense. We better score 9 runs in the first inning tomorrow. I'm sending everybody to Oklahoma City.
Tomorrow's
including
the
you,
game.
Ohtani.
Back in Detroit.
Oh, God, in Detroit. Oh, boy. Yeah, here we go. They can't lose that again. They can't keep doing this, like, along the way. What's the number for this game?
Now it's huge. I didn't think it was going to be this big, but it's baked in. So they're like minus 215, which is nuts.
The anger. 225 I see right now.
That's
Anderson versus Skubal. 225. Total 7.5.
That's expensive. I'm not saying I'm going to be on the Tigers at all. I'm just saying that's expensive.
And you're right about the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays pretty much just blown up their season. The Royals have blown up the Blue Jays season.
The thing is, see, like, this is funny. Like, now I'll play good cop to this whole thing. They're still 3 back, right? Like,
you're right. They got the Mariners coming to town this week. You're right. Suddenly, this becomes a big series. You're right. It's not the. What about KC though? Do we start taking KC seriously at some point?
But
like,
you know
what
though,
point?
just quickly, sorry, but this is what we were talking about. If you look all of a sudden, right? Like, well, 3 back sounds like a lot. Like, everybody was a half game back. Guardians won 7 in a row. We wondered when would a team be able to just string together a big streak here. And that was it.
But they never really pulled away, though. They're only up by 2, right? They're up by 2 on the Rangers, 3 on the Jays, 3 on the Orioles, 4 on the Mariners. Mariners started to slip.
4 on the Mariners, a ton. Like, all of a sudden now, my Seattle.
The Blue Jays Mariners is big. Yeah. That's big. Like, the loser really will be screwed here. Like, they need to win.
Again, the good thing for Seattle is everything that. I almost wonder if I jumped the gun on the Seattle bet, Gabe, right? Like, after Toronto, they go to Boston. You know what I mean? Like, what the heck are these A's games, man?
I've given up and said a few. I've kind of given up and said a few teams are done yet. This is going to be sort of still a merry-go-round here, but you're right. Yeah. But now Cleveland, whatever, they're going to end up losing a couple of games in a row. It's going to be a pendulum that goes back and forth here.
Yeah.
The Jays, though, just can't get it going. Like, they got it going and then, boom, punched in the mouth.
That is the remarkable thing. Like, during this whole thing, I don't think they've had more than 3 straight wins. And for the most part, it's usually just, it's just 2, right? Like,
Vlad Guerrero 0 for 3 tonight.
Oh, wow. How about this, Gabe? Just to make the whole thing funnier, you know who the Blue Jays play after the Mariners series? The Guardians.
There it is.
So now that's a big series.
All right, so we've resumed action here with in the main game. I'm on Towson. It's 21-6. Tony, what's the score here, actually? Did they get the field goal?
Yeah.
They just got the stop. I literally have like 6 screens open, Kevin, different this, that. I'm all over the place here. Yeah, they got the field goal. They did on the last drive. My bad. So I got carried away with the baseball. 21-18. We're down 3 right now. There's still 10.5 minutes left, and they're getting the football back. Delaware State up 41-34 with 1.5 minutes left in that one. We're on Eastern Illinois plus 3.5. Murray State only won 1 game last year. That was a weird spread, but Eastern Illinois are winning 28-14, so we're going to be on the right side of this one. Let's check in with the Argonauts down there in Florida. 27-17. All right, we're on the over, and we're on the plus 20. Southern Illinois are chipping away. They've cut the lead to 10, but the Argonauts with the football.
North Dakota, LIU.
Scratch. LIU, rough trip out there, Kevin. Rough trip for LIU. Wow.
Hey, they got 36 yards offense, man.
North Dakota made it to the Final Four last year, though, right? Like, they're good. Like, they're good. Like, South Dakota, North Dakota State, like, they're all really good.
This is where, again, I've told you this before, this is where you get to do one of your classic lines where you go, why should I feel bad? Look at the odds makers. What a terrible line, 27.5.
Yeah. What? Odds makers did a great job, Kevin. We couldn't see this one coming. Couldn't see it coming. Well, let's look at the odds makers here. All kidding aside, let's look at the odds makers.
Yeah, go for it.
They did 28.5 for Youngstown State. The market bet it up to 30.5. They won by 33. So odds makers were in the right ballpark. They did their best. West Florida, they didn't know what to do with this, right? D2 team coming up, Southern Illinois good. They got this one way wrong. They said 20.5. That's my whole point, guys. Like, yeah, we're going to be wrong with this, but so are the odds makers. I probably put more time into it than they did. They went to their computer, the odd came out, and they don't care, right?
Yeah,
it's only D-Gens betting this. They don't. So they're wrong. They're wrong. It is what it is. But some of them they sort of got right. Like Austin P are 14.5-point favorites. They're up by 18 right now with 4 minutes left in the third. So there's some sort of ballpark ones here. Chattanooga up 24-10 on West Georgia right now. But West Florida moving the football right now. Let's get those points coming, guys. We need a nice 2-0 game here, right? You know what I mean, Kevin?
Yeah.
The 1-1s or whatever. I need a 2-0 game.
Yeah.
I'm on West Florida plus the points, and I'm on the over. I got to get a 2-0 here. Let's get some more points.
All right. The NFL, again, Buffalo
Second
is
half
just
just
hanging
started.
around long enough.
Yeah, kicked the field goal.
Like, I haven't you know what I mean? Like, I haven't taken my eye completely off this one yet.
Raiders just kicked off, though. I hear the San Francisco with the ball here. Second half just started.
Need points.
Oh, and how about this? The Valkyries up 59-47 on the Liberty after 3. Huh?
It's like the least surprising loss I've ever had in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like...
You walked right into it, too, earlier. You said.
It's like, of course.
I'm telling you now, you're going to hate the Valkyries by the end of the playoffs, Kevin, because they're in your head now. Point. It's going to be one of those teams that you're better off, because you kind of stay away from them a lot. There's always that team where you're like, I don't want to do it, whatever, I'm going to be wrong. Like, it's one of those, you know what I mean?
You know what, though, Gabe, I'm looking at here's their remaining games. It sounds like a joke. Portland, Seattle, Portland, LA.
Oh my God.
I won't bet another Valkyrie game into the playoffs. I won't bet another Valkyrie game. Why do they play Portland?
At home, they're going to be 14.5-point favorites, and on the road, they're going to be 7-point favorites in these games.
What's going on?
Dude, they're going to go undefeated to the rest of the season.
Is that what's going on, Gabe? Is there a break so that USA team can go beat up people? There's 2 weeks off for this WNBA season out of nowhere. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, back on SportsGrid. We're following the live action here. Look, good call by Gabe. Golden State's rolling, so we've got that going on. Mendoza is actually still out
good
there
call.
for the Vegas Raiders. Well, listen.
I like the tone of your voice. I know. No, I don't take it personal. I like this. Good call by Gabe. Golden State. Just for the record, throw it out there. Why not? Why not like the Mystics again tonight? What's going to be different? They're playing in Phoenix again. Like, what's going to be different? Like, are Phoenix suddenly going to be angry? Shouldn't have been angry like weeks ago, Kevin? Like, seems like Phoenix have rolled over and quit on their season. And Washington are still jockeying for position. Washington have been
Kelsey
hot.
Plum trade is like an all-time disaster.
Now it's a weird move. Like, I don't know what the hell they did. Like, what was your what? Yeah, I don't know what your plan is. Like, what's your plan? Are you going to keep her now? Like, you better keep her.
Like, she came back the other night for the game against the Mystics, played 17 minutes, scored 10 points, and now she's out tonight. Like, it's just weird. Here's the thing. I think they want to keep her. I think she leaves.
And she didn't play forever, Kevin, and she played against L.A. that night, remember? And then she plays, like you said, it's a weird story here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You and I have talked a lot about Kelsey Plum, and I don't have an answer about anything all the time.
Yeah, it's a weird
one. You know
one.
what I mean? Like, we never do. Like, we're always like, I don't know why this. Why is that? Why is this? Why is she not on that? Like, why didn't they keep her? Why didn't this team want her? Why didn't this? Like, I don't know. Why is she even playing? Now, is she shut down or not? Like, just make up your damn mind.
Can I ask you just your opinion of, like, the fact that the whole league is shutting down so the women's, like, can go and win the World Cup?
Yeah, it was very confusing the other day if you were with me and Kevin, because I was like, there's only a couple of games left, and Kevin's like, no, there's still like a couple of weeks left. I was like, no, there's only a couple of games left. We were both right.
Yeah. I don't really I don't know. It's a little odd to me. I'm not knocking it. Like, I think it's very
it is what it is.
But
it's the international tournament. It's the FIFA World Cup qualifying or whatever, right? The men are doing it right now.
Or is it the actual World Cup, Gabe? Like, it's got to be the actual World Cup, right? Like, surely they're not shutting it down for qualifier.
Let me see.
It can't. I think it has to be the World Cup. Like, almost positive.
And the U.S. wouldn't even need to qualify. They won the last time. Like, no, actually, it's not the Olympics.
Yeah.
No.
Let me pull this.
No, wait. Women's World Cup. Football came up.
All right.
The summer came up.
All right. Here we go. Yeah, I think it is the actual Women's World Cup.
It's the World Cup. It's in Germany.
Man, that is interesting, man, that they just shut it. Like,
I don't know. It hasn't been any for me. And I'm usually on top of all this stuff, but whatever, football and all this now, but like, kind of sneaks up on us. Women's World Cup of basketball.
But I should have realized, Gabe, because you and I talked the other day about the team they put together, and I guess I should have realized, like, well, why were they putting a team together? Like, something must be around the corner. So, like, that team, I didn't realize it was this around the corner.
All right, so here it is. I got the odds. All right, yeah, here we go. Friday, September the 4th, so next weekend. That's the cutoff.
They're going to be. We're going to get odds for this.
USA are minus 400 only. Very surprised. Like, that's parlay material. Like, you know what I mean? You figured, like.
So what are France, like, plus, whatever, 320?
USA are minus 400. Belgium are plus 900. France are plus 900.
Oh, you said the math wrong on that. Okay.
Australia are 15-1. China are 20-1.
Minus 400. Like, how long is the World Cup? Like, how long are you tying that money up? Like, it's not that long.
Women's World Cup.
The first game is the 4th, and there's a WNBA game on, like, the 18th.
The final is September the 13th. It's the first day of NFL Sunday.
So for 10 days?
Yeah.
What time's that final? Wouldn't that be great if that pays out at like 10 a.m. Eastern?
What? I know. You're right going in right before kickoff. It's 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, you need it for the 4 o'clocks. You
won't even get the 4 o'clock bet in. No, you won't get rollover. It's a Sunday nighter, Kevin. It's one of those, you had a bad week one, you're like, all right, I got the U.S. in my back pocket.
Yeah. You're almost like, you know what? I'm not even worried about it, really. Like, this is USA. But imagine that game. Like, you got to find a stream for the USA
That's what I like about
game.
baseball futures. No, it'll be on TV. It'll be on TV.
No. I guess I mean, like, instead of, like, being locked in every NFL game week one, you're like, no. Like, somebody put up the USA Gold game. Like, this is a little bit more
on ABC or something.
now.
Yeah, I'll be clicking around.
Yeah.
Look.
You're like, you know what? That Jets game's going to have to wait.
400, though, were you surprised? I was surprised. I thought it'd be like minus 1,600 or something.
Stunned.
You know what I mean? Like, minus 400 is a legitimate parlay piece. You get that out of the way. You're like, dude, you tacked out on something. College football future even, Kevin. NFL future. You know, you turn a minus 110 into a plus 125. Let me just see. Let me just do a little math.
Players in the league. It doesn't even make sense.
They can't lose.
It's like 12.
Like Belgium are good. France's team is good, Kevin.
I don't even know.
Not this good.
You could argue these are just like the
women's.
12 best players in the league, other than Olivia Miles, who, by the way, like might replace Kelsey Plum, who's on this team and injured. Minus 400 seems very light to me.
All right, so I want to see their roster
light
here. Janelle Saloon is on the team.
I got a minus 360 here. Oh boy, now I got to go shopping around.
Dominique Malonga, Kevin.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be mean, but like, who cares? Like, I know they got
Gabby
pushed in the
Williams.
Olympics, but like
Gabby
that was
Williams.
in France by France. Like, I
No,
know they got pushed, but they still won.
There's no way in hell the U.S. doesn't win this. There's no way in hell.
Yeah.
Minus 400? No way.
Yeah, I'm looking around now because this is an interesting option here. I'm seeing a minus 360 game. Like, next thing you know, game's gonna be like, why don't you throw it with the Dodgers? Throw it with the Dodgers. See what comes up. You know what I mean? All right, guys, we'll get you the rest of the picks here after a quick break on SportsGrid. All right, updates. Baseball board finishes up pretty disappointing, right? Yanks lose, Dodgers lose, Jays lose, Mets lose. So, kind of is what it is. WNBA, late night, Mystics, Mercury. Gabe will give you a pick for that before we get out of here. And again, kind of sneaking up on us, but we don't actually have many more days of betting WNBA. On this show, tomorrow is literally the send-off. There's games tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and then the league is gone for a little while. And then there's just, a few different spots when we talk about the college football board.
But you're super excited now about the U.S. women's team at minus 360. Guys, and another thing is, too, we just brought this up. By the time that people kind of realize next weekend that, the USA, no way in hell this isn't minus 750 and 1,000 and stuff. It's going to go up. It's going to go up. If you're going to bet this stuff, jump in on it now.
Yeah. I told Gabe, I almost want to, get Jade Mayava, and he's already, CFL mapping this stuff out. It is.
Montreal Alouettes tomorrow night, money line with USA to win the Women's World Cup.
Yeah.
What about the men? The men is qualifying. The men isn't the World Cup, so it's the women's that it is.
But that's the thing. Wemby's playing for France, and Mike White is playing for the men's U.S. team. That's why it was jarring to me.
Jokic cost his team the other day with his nonchalantness. He actually tries. But he tries when he plays with his country. So it's not like he mails it in, but he's not in form, right? A lot of times, who is good at this stuff? Luka. Luka's a killer with this stuff.
Numbers.
Numbers. He says, "Give me the ball, I'll give you 45." When he plays on his national team, he's like, "All right, give me the ball."
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've seen the international. It's the big thing in basketball. Rui Hachimura, guy turns into Michael Jordan when he's on Japan.
He's the best.
Yeah,
how much did he have?
32.
He's a monster. He's a monster.
He's dunking on people. International Rui is scary, but. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. We'll get into the basketball, but for me tonight, I'm going back to the Mystics again, guys. Yeah, Mystics have been a nice bet for me. It's minus. I took them the other night. I took the over in the game, and they won and it sailed over. I don't see why we don't do the same thing again. I kind of like the Mystics more than the total, but I do think the Mystics get it done on the money line tonight. And NFL football, I'll wrap it up. I do agree with you. Give me the Rams plus the 3.5, Kevin. For a team that generally doesn't care about the preseason, they're playing well in this preseason. They have good players. We sort of talk about some teams and their depth. The Rams are one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NFL at drafting players and undrafted free agents and stuff. This is why they do what they do all the time. Everyone's like, how the hell do they afford all these players? Well, half their starters were drafted in the 5th round or less type deal. The Rams actually get production from people. So everybody's fighting for jobs for real, even if McVay's taking gummies and doesn't care about the game.
Here's an update that I was hoping we wouldn't have to give before we got out of here, but I'm surprised not even a little bit. 28-27 Buffalo Bills. They got the touchdown to tie the game, and they went for 2.
And as you say, too, Townsend just fumbled the ball as they were moving the ball, trying to kick the field goal.
I took the money. I've been waiting for this all year. I waited for it all preseason to take 2.5 and lose by 1 or 2. And this was my moment.
It finally happened.
Oh, get me out of here, man. This stuff, man. I am on the Rams, but I'm on the Rams money line, so they'll lose the game by 3 or something like that. It's unbelievable.
I don't hate that. You're getting plus 165. Why not just attack it?
I don't understand the number. It's Herbert's playing. And then what? How long do you guys think Herbert's playing for?
Yeah, and
it doesn't make any sense.
He's going to throw a couple of passes. They don't want to get this guy.
Whatever. He's not going to go out there and just
How about them Bills, though? They're circling the wagons, Kevin, 28-27.
You could tell, Gabe, I thought it was coming you could tell I thought it was coming. You could tell.
Undefeated in Highmark Stadium so far, now 2-0.
That's unbelievable, man. That is unbelievable. I'm going to have to, pull this game up now.
We got a game here, West Florida, Southern Illinois, 27-24 now, guys. 27-24 with 6.5 minutes left. So the Salukis are storming back.
Man, oh, man. So just look, a quick reminder before we get out of here. I cannot believe, I haven't even watched this game. Josh Allen's going nuts. Now I'm mad at him. We're live tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern.
I've been there. There's something
Eastern.
about that. When the guy that's not even playing is celebrating, it's like, oh, shut up. Like, I've seen that where to start a car.
I said 7 a.m. I can't even think. 7 p.m. We'll be here at 7 p.m., I think. I'm not even sure.
7 p.m., baby. Friday.